right, good morning, fitness partners. Welcome to Sunday and Yin Yoga. This morning we have, well, if you don't know who I am Jeremy along with Diane, my wife. We own Fitness Partners. And today you're going to have a great class of Yin Yoga, and it'll be taught by Orly. And Darla, one of our instructors, main instructors, that are here also to help for you to visualize what you're wanting to do and what Orly's asking you to do. So the things that you need for today's class: you need two pillows. You need a block, if you have a block, hopefully, and that should be the only things you need today. What we would like you to do is we'd like you to check in, tell us that you're here and you're working out with us today. And the other thing is share the page to someone else that you know that enjoys yoga, that enjoys Pilates, that enjoys boot camp style classes, because those are the things that we do all week. We do classes 6 days a week, and so the schedule just varies. Today is Sunday, and every Sunday at 10:30, Orly will do a yoga class. Today, also in this yoga class for Yin, it's normally a little longer, but today it'll be 1 hour. Is that right? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So the other thing you can do is take a pic of you doing a Yin Yoga or afterwards, and just share with us. I mean, it's all about trying to build community and having us an opportunity to interact when we don't get to see each other all the time. We have created a little fitness family, and we want to keep that fitness family going. So the best thing to do is post a pic and let everybody see each other. Y'all can write back and forth to each other. That's always a good thing. Tomorrow's class is on Monday. It is at 5 o'clock. It is a boot camp style class, and it is a class done with no weights, no equipment. So it's all a body weight type workout tomorrow. Besides that, I think you guys are ready to go. So I leave you to Orly.
Well, thank you. Welcome to everyone. Good morning. My name is Orly. Some of you know me, some of you don't. Welcome to our Yin Yoga class. And this is, as Jeremy told you, this is shorter than the usual time that we allocate to our Yin Yoga class, and it's very popular here. So we're going to do it a little bit unconventional to begin with. I will explain what Yin Yoga is for some of you that don't know or never took it before. I would recommend for you to keep your room a little warm, just because we're going to deep stretches and you want to allow your muscles or your joints to relax. We will get started with standing up, just because a lot of you, or most of us, have been in a house, so we'll just break a little bit of the initial tension that we have, and we'll get into the floor. So I'll ask Diane and Donna to stand up, yeah? And just very easily, just roll over with your arms from one side, go to your tippy toes. Start to bring awareness to your breath. And create your own little art in here. Whatever feels good to your body, just do that. And then maybe you come with your right arm all the way to the left, and the left to the right. Start to bring awareness to your breath. Good. And then come center. Bring your palms by your sides, and then open your pinky finger towards the ceiling, and then close your chest. Inhale, open. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. So find the spiral. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and then exhale. And I want you to paint with your hands the biggest heart you have. We'll start from the bottom and then lift up all the way and come to the center and bring it down. We'll do that one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Then we'll go the other way. So start from the top. Inhale here. Fill up your heart with love and compassion. We're going to need that for our practice today. Inhale. Exhale. Very nice. Find yourself into your mat. And we need a lot of compassion and patience these days. And I hear many, many different messages. Some people really enjoying the quietness. Some people are very antsy. So the Yin Yoga is a very cooling practice. It's the Yin part of the practice in yoga. It's a very feminine practice. So we go into the motherly, inwardly. And we will get started. I will continue talking and explaining as we continue. So come onto your sitting bones. Make sure your pillows are behind you. Take your hands behind you first. Lift your chest and then just drop your knees to the left, gaze over to the right. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. So I try to keep fairly simple poses and with as little props as we need. And if you don't have pillows, you can still do everything that we're going to do today. And then with your next breath, stay where you are. Make sure your pillows are vertical, so they're long. And the edge of the pillow is going to be right at the edge of your hip, all the way down, yeah? Take your hands behind you, shift your hips to the right. Drop your knees over to the left, and then lengthen your spine. Turn all the way over to the right. So now you may have to adjust your pillows a little bit. Make sure that your pillows are by your hip. And then you're going to hug the pillow. One left hand on that one side, the right on another. And then to begin with, your left cheek will be on the pillow. Separate your knees away from each other so one is behind the other. So the Yin Yoga is all about letting go of the muscles. We're really focusing here on the joints. So don't worry about necessarily the alignment in Yin Yoga. We worry more about really letting go, creating tension into the joints in order to break into that connective tissue, the fascia, hydrating your joint, promoting more blood flow, and therefore releasing and strengthening the joints. So start to bring awareness to your breath. Breathe here. And I would like to read a little quote that is, I thought was very appropriate for what we're going through today. To enjoy good health, to bring true happiness to one's family, to bring peace to all, one must first discipline and control one's own mind. If a man can control his mind, he can find the way to enlightenment, and all wisdom and virtue will naturally come to him. So we're spending a lot of time in our heads, especially through this period of time. So I really encourage you to give yourself this block of time. Quieting the mind allows you to have more clarity. And all amazing changes happen when you are clear. Try to focus on the breath now. As you scan your body, notice where you might feel tension. Pause in there. And then allow your breath to reach into that area, and that's where you take a pause. And then exhale longer than your inhalation. And pause at the bottom of your exhalation. So now from your third eye, envision this pillar of light. It always comes in the form of a flashlight. So you have clarity within your body. So you're knowing and you're feeling where you're breathing in and out of. And your inner light has many hats. So the first one, it's always a flashlight. Sometimes your inner light is a form of aromatherapy, as if you're giving yourself this aromatherapy massage to stroke the areas that are resisting you. Sometimes it's that soft voice that tells you this is uncomfortable, but there is a benefit at the end of that. You can already envision the light when you come out of what it is that you're doing. So you may find that you're still controlling some muscles. Take a moment to acknowledge where. Let go of that. And again, allow your inner flashlight to create a path for your breath. Breathe in and pause. Exhale longer than your inhalation. And now for a moment, I want you to envision that you have no muscles, as if your breath is just flowing through your body. And there is that sense of lightness. So in the practice of yoga, we have three fundamental points to keep. One is to find the edge. So when you go into a pose, don't worry about going to 100 or 80. Just go to where your body is comfortable or semi-comfortable. That's your edge to begin with. And then you're trying to find stillness. Like I said, no muscles are involved in the practice of Yin Yoga. So you're trying to create space within that space of your pose. And what creates that space is your breath. And the third thing is time. Some of you may not feel the stretch right away, so you try to push yourself further. Be patient. So today my mantra is surrendering and patience too. Surrender to what is this moment. Try to find the positive things. Once you allow yourself to surrender, you become free of your mind. We have about 25 seconds to go here. Again, catch yourself. This is a wonderful discipline to truly find your strength. Or maybe your limitations. Slowly take your arms out to the sides. Push yourself up and come all the way. All the way up. Good. Bring your feet forward. And shake it. Roll. Drop your knees to the right and to the left. Good. And I simply will go to the other side. So this time, hands behind you, lift your hips, scoot them over to the left. Stagger your knees, drop your knees to the right, and then lift up your chest first. Make sure your pillow is hugging your head, and then come down, down, down. This time your right cheek will be on the pillow, unless you already feel that this is not your edge, so you need to go further, then your left cheek will be on the floor. However, maybe you start with your right cheek on the floor for a few breaths, and then go adjust it as time goes by. So I want to invite you to use your practice today. Every pose that we're doing could be a situation in your life. That's what the practice of yoga teaches us. How can I find clarity within my body? How can I notice if my habits sneak up on me? Am I in my head? So if you find that you are in your head, turn the light on in your head. Come to your third eye For some of you that don't know, the space between your eyebrows. Turn on your inner flashlight and then allow your breath to follow. And then you're going on your own little field trip. Every breath has a story to tell you. Breathe into the edge of that breath. Pause. Notice what your body is telling you. Where am I feeling the sensations of this stretch at this particular breath? And then as if you're vacuuming all the toxins, the tension, the negativity with your exhalation. And then pause at the bottom of your exhalation. And then notice what your next breath is telling you. Your inner gaze is always leading the way. In my practice, I treat my inner light as my own bodyguard. It's always there to guide me. It's always there to shine the path of my breath. And it allows me, in a safe environment, to check within. Where am I in my mind, in my body? And then your body, we're so tuned in to and used to controlling everything. How about surrendering? How about letting your breath guide you and let your breath find its own GPS in your body? So the less you control, the more your breath will find its path. So sometimes I like to use different colors. My light might be sometimes yellow, and it might change a color to a soothing color to me at that particular moment. So you choose. But I want your inner gaze, your inner flashlight to be super bright. Whatever color you're using, let it be super bright. So you really can feel where you need to focus your breath in and out of. And then the other side of that is you taking an inventory to notice, did my habit sneak up on me? So you have this little checklist. Am I in my mind? Am I tensing up? Am I clenching my teeth? So separate your lips and then seal your lips gently, and then you'll notice that as much as you thought you were relaxed, there is still this underline of tension or control that we're trying to control. The fear of letting go. So each time you catch yourself, you're becoming a better practitioner, a better technician. So by now, I know that in class many people don't really, even though they hear me say breathe, I want you to turn your volume of your breath. So if it is like volume 1 minus, I want it to be like a volume 6 now. Your ujjayi breath, breathing in and out through the nose. Contracting the back of your throat. And then you should be able to hear your breath audible. Slowly bring your hands by your chest. Pull your chest up. Turn all the way around you. How we doing? Sleepy?
Waking up.
Waking up. All right. Okay, so we'll come to the next pose. And like I said, in Yin Yoga, we don't really focus on the alignment per se, because then you have to use your muscles. Yin Yoga is the total opposite. We want to put more focus on our joints. So, open your legs wide. If you're not that flexible, then your legs may be a little bit closer to each other. If you're more flexible, find your edge again. Some of you may need a pillow underneath your sitting bones. Lift your hips and then scoot your hips forward. And I notice usually we will flex the feet, let it just be. Some of you will take a block, so you could stay just here, you could stay just here. Some of you will come forward. You could put a pillow underneath or two pillows. Some of you can create a tower with your blocks. So one block will be, medium and one will be tall. Yes, and bring it closer to you. Turn the block the other way so it's wider, yeah. And then you could put your hands, you could put your forearms and create a pillow with your hands like that. Yeah, there you go. If you have issues with your back, like herniated discs, compressed, I would ask you to keep your spine straight. So wherever you are here, there are many different ways to get into the pose, depending on where you are in your body. If you know that going all the way down to the floor is very easy for you, then I would encourage you to start from the top, not from your hips, but from the top. So you could tuck your chin under, and then you peeling your spine, rounding your spine down. So there's something on the menu for everyone, not one pose, there's no one particular way to do it because we all come from different places, our bodies are different. Some have injuries, so we have to respect that. So please listen to your body. Try to breathe through your whole back body. So there's no sensation just in your low back. Try to, if you have low back issues, then think of the focal point of your breath will be right below your shoulder blades here. Start from here, and then you kind of like distracting your brain from your low back. And again, breathe in and breathe out. Relax your feet. And then as you scan your body, can you hear your volume 6 breath? And notice, are there any muscles in your body that are fighting you? Including your brain. Turn the light on in your head. And then from your third eye, just follow your breath. You're going on this little field trip in this amazing body of yours. And you're exploring, what am I feeling? Where am I in this particular breath? And then some of you that take my class, you know that I use a lot of visualization. So maybe right now in your body where there is a little resistance, you become that little fish with headlights. And you're swimming between the layers, and you're spraying a little bit of your aromatherapy. And immediately there is a sense of letting go. And it might be a little bit easier to breathe, as if you're poking at that connective tissue with your breath. Your pause is super important. The pause allows you to acknowledge, where am I? What am I feeling? So I feel you, I see you, I touch you, and I'm healing you. That's what your breath is doing. And then your exhalation, vacuuming all of those toxins out of your body, accompanied by your inner gaze. And as time goes by, notice that you want your body to be heavier, and you want your breath to be fuller. So start your focus with your breath from your chest, as if you have this little accordion inside of your chest cavity, expanding three-dimensional through the intercostal muscles. Those are the muscles between your ribs, behind your heart, and through the front. And then by expanding your chest, three-dimensional, notice that there is a change in your abdominal as well. Exhale from your abdominal out. So in times like this, a lot of people get very frustrated and edgy, and you feel that you want to move and you want to jump, and that's all valid. But the change and the changes in our lives comes from only a place of quietness. So jumping and doing all of those things are valid, but they're not going to last for long term. The long term is to find that stillness within you, no matter where you are. And that's the beauty of the practice of the Yin Yoga. The discipline, the surrendering, the patience to unravel what is being stored there for many, many years for some of us. Slowly, slowly release your hands. Very nice. Peel yourself up. Move the blocks out of your way. If you have anything in front of you, bend your knees. And just take a moment to lay on your pillows behind you. Knees are bent. Just take a moment to sink in, to feel. Just feel what you feel. Allow everything to marinate. When we come out of a pose, it's really important to find the adjustment in your body, in your mind, and in your soul. Open your heart. So, one of my very dear students, well, two of them, it's a husband and wife, but you know, they always give me with nice little things, and they gave me these little handmade angels. I don't know if you can see them. And today when I was preparing my class for you, those angels were talking to me. So I felt that I needed to have those angels close to my heart, and I want to share them with each and every one of you. We all have an angel. Even if we feel that we're challenged, there's always the light that radiates from inside of you. It's always there. You just have to remember to keep it close by you. Breathe in through the nose and through the mouth. Ah. One more time. A deep inhale through the nose and a deep exhale through the mouth. And now from here, bring your knees towards you. Roll over to the side, coming to all fours. Move the pillows to the side. Make sure that you have a block. If you don't have a block, then take your pillows in front of you, just in case you need them for your forehead. And then you're going to extend your right leg to the side. Align your right foot with your left knee. Your right foot with your left knee. So Diane, move everything away so that they can see you. To the side. Yeah, please. Thank you. Good. So right foot aligned. And then try to press the outer blade of your right foot. Again, find the edge. Don't go too far. And now from here, inhale, come down to your forearms. And that's where a block, I personally like the block tall, but you just find what works for you. It could be medium, wherever you are. If you're super flexible and you extend your leg right away, then I encourage you to bend your knee a little bit and find something different in your body. It's super important to surprise the body, to find not what is evident, but what is hiding in there. And if you're not flexible and extending your leg is difficult, then bend your knee a little bit as well. Relax the shoulders. Again, every pose in your yoga practice could be a situation in your life. So now that's a new field trip. Where am I feeling this? Where do I need to shine my inner gaze in and out of? Where do I acknowledge that's the edge of my stretch? Right here, that's the edge. And how can I find stillness within the frame that you created with that particular pose? And then give it time. The longer we stay in the pose, the more your body finds its own GPS, and the less you resist, the quicker your body finds its path for healing. Check in with your breath. Is it volume 1 minus? Please raise it up. Open your mouth for a moment. And then seal your lips gently. And then envision that every cycle of your breath, you're peeling one layer of something that doesn't serve you any longer. That particular discipline of learning, this is where I'm at the moment. Getting upset and frustrated is only going to give you a release, maybe, for a very short period of time. But if you really scratch that and go beyond that wall, what are the opportunities that I have within me? How many things can I create that offer me peace and calmness? So breathe in here. I want to hear your breath audible. And then in your vision, every breath you're going into your body, notice where the edge of that breath is. Acknowledge it. And then sweep out with your exhalation. And where you will find yourself again, in your head in a dark room, turn the light on in your head. Come to your third eye. Follow your inner pillar of light and allow your breath to travel, to follow. And then you can become the witness of how your body is unraveling within you. Allow your breath, your chest to expand. Pause. And then exhale longer than your inhalation. And then in the background, your little scanner is noticing, did my habit sneak up on me? Am I resisting with muscles? Can I change that? Here we go. Slowly come out of it. That went fast. For me anyway, I'm not doing it. Shake your hips side to side. Feel free to go to child's pose for a couple of breaths here. Again, inhale, the transition is very important. Exhale all of whatever is floating within your body. Let it go. Make noises. It's all good. And we'll go simply to the other side. Extend your left leg out. Align it with your knee. Come down to your forearms. And then maybe the block will be medium, maybe it will be tall. I personally like it I like to put my block where I find that my shoulders and my hips are aligned together, and then it's easier also to breathe and to open that way. But we're all different. Again, turn your breath, the volume of your breath. And now this is a new field trip. It might be a trip that you're longing to see someone so dear to you. And you're into that journey. At the end of that journey, you're going to see that one dear friend or family member. So think of it that way. Every breath is taking you closer to whatever it is that you're longing to see or to meet. Your scanner allows you to do a checklist because our body has habits that are instilled in there for many, many years, and we don't even realize that we have them until we really take a moment of clarity to check. So notice any part in your body as you're scanning. Am I resisting? Am I tensing up somewhere? Is my head thinking of what's going to happen later on tonight? Or with my job? All of those are important and valid things, but there's nothing you can do about it right now. So free yourself from the past, from the future, and be grateful that you can even be here and breathe freely. Because without your breath, you would not be able to work, you would not be able to be with your family. So as long as you're here on the mat at this moment, be grateful for that. And be free of the worry. A deep inhale, pause, feel it, acknowledge it, healing it with your exhalation, let it go. So time and time I say it again and again that your exhalation in many ways is more important than your inhalation. You want to get rid of all that CO2 level in your body in order to relax the nerve system, the parasympathetic nerve system. Your exhalation allows you to rid of all the toxins, the stress, the negativity, the thoughts. And then you're creating space for the next breath. And now I want you to envision as if you're floating within your body. There is that freedom of breath that can reach deeper and further than before, but without any force. Just notice your chest expanding, and through that chest there is a shape change in your abdomen. Breathe in again, check your volume of your breath. And as if you're barely touching the floor. And there is this floatiness, lightness within your mind, within your body. And you can really connect to your inner flashlight, your inner light. Just a few more breaths here. Give it one more really good breath. Start with your chest. Expand it. Let it travel down. And then exhale. Slowly release. Bring your left leg in. Take a moment. Bring your hands towards your knees. And then slowly, slowly from here, lift your chest up. Let's just break it up a little bit here. Take Take your hands to the right. Just gentle here. And then to the left. Come center. Bring your hands to your heart center. And take a moment to notice your breath, nurturing. And as challenging as things are at the moment, try to find something that you're grateful for. We already mentioned our breath, that's number one. But what else can you? What is something that is beautiful that is coming out of where we are? I know I've been laughing a lot. I get all those videos, some of them are just hysterical. So it made me laugh. Slowly, slowly come all the way to your belly. Take your right hand to 1 o'clock. Yep, shift your hips to the left. Your left hand will be by your side. Bend, just relax it. Bend the elbow, Diane. Bend the elbow, yeah, yeah. And then lift up your left leg and swing it over to the right. Your right cheek on the floor. So make sure that your head is not on your arm. So if that's the case, then travel your right hand to the right a little bit more. And then separate your legs a lot, away from each other. Yeah. The option is just stay where you are since you're already on the floor. Don't worry if your top leg is in the air. If it's super uncomfortable, then just put pillows underneath there. And there is another field trip. Every pose offers you something different in that menu. Every little pose is a different story to tell you. Our tools are the same, our breath, our gaze, your inner flashlight, and then your scanner is your X-ray machine. Your X-ray machine has two jobs. One, notice what you feel when you're breathing in and when you're breathing out. What are the sensations? Where are the sensations? And then the other hat that your scanner wears is, did my habit sneak up on me? Am I in my head again? So turn your light on. Am I clenching my teeth? Soften. Maybe your shoulders. How many little gates in your body can you open to allow your breath to flow through the little obstacles? So when you reach that little obstacle, that's the edge of your breath, pause and acknowledge it. And then you vacuum all of that with your exhalation. The pause at the bottom of your exhalation allows you also to acknowledge that you let go, that you vacuumed all of whatever that was at that particular exhalation. And now your body is free of that. And now maybe you start to breathe with some different rainbow colors. Every breath is a different light, a different color in your light. And maybe every light represents something. One might be, like we said, surrendering. One might be peace, love and joy, hope, or something else that resonates with you. Breathe here. Again, as you scan your body, notice, can you relax your shoulder anymore? Can you relax your heart? Are you in your head or are you in your body? Are you in your own little field trip at the moment? And then you're wiggling your way through the layers of your tissue. So you might be the little fish with the headlights, swimming between, trying to resolve, and maybe spray a little aromatherapy where you feel that there is resistance. And now I notice with Diane, you see once she's sunk into the pose and she's letting go and letting go, her top leg was in the air and now it's all the way down. She created inner space. So even off the mat especially, catch yourself, do that little inventory. Am I tensing up? Am I too much in my head? Do I need to turn the light on and take a pause and reorganize where I'm at? Slowly, slowly, bring your leg, your top leg, all the way to the left, all the way down, come all the way down to your belly again. Take a moment, ooh, yeah. Take a moment to, again, notice, kind of like you went on a trip and then you're coming back, you took photographs and then you're coming home and you're looking at your photo album. And then it's like, oh, well, that picture, I remember that. Well, I didn't know I was that tight in this area, okay? So acknowledge all of those and then notice what is the finished product. That's the adjustment. When you come back and you balance your body, that's the space that you created now. So take a deep inhale here and a deep exhale, let it go. And truly internalize, this is not just words that I'm saying, I want it to be actions. Feel the layers of tension off your shoulders and off your mind. There is a lightness here. And maybe your light, if it was dimmed before, is getting brighter and brighter. There is more hope. And we'll go to the other side. So shift your hips to the right. Your left hand will be at 11 o'clock. Make sure your head is not on your arm. Bend your right elbow by your chest. Your left cheek is on the floor, and then lift up your right leg and swing it all the way behind you to the left. Separate your legs away from each other. And breathe. Your initial inventory, your scanner is like, okay, where am I feeling? This is the edge of my stretch. And now where do I need to focus my breath in and out of? Using your inner flashlight allows you to have clarity. And now you're trying to loosen some screws in your joints, maybe your shoulder joint, your hips. Focus on your breath here through your chest. You might be compressed on the left side, but still breathing. And try to expand your breath, three-dimensional. Feel the breath through your back body as well. Notice your volume of your breath. Can you turn your volume to volume 6 so you can hear your own breath? Add a pause at the top of your inhalation. And then longer exhalation. Allow your inner pillar of light to lead the way on the inhalation and on the exhalation. And then scan your body again and notice, are there any other muscles in my body that I'm tensing and resisting? Can I let go any amount? And then even at one point you may feel that you're edgy and you want to get out of there. Try to persist that one extra step, and then you notice, okay, I can do this. I can stay here a little bit longer, and all of that can come from a place of a clear mind and the right intention. If you in your head and you feeding yourself all of those, I want to get out of here, this is uncomfortable, okay, you're only going to escalate all of those negativities in your mind that will feed your body. But if you have a clear mind, there is clarity in your body. So this is your opportunity to really heal yourself physically, mentally, emotionally. And this is an appropriate time. This is spring cleaning. Breathe in fully. Pause at the top of your breath. Feel the volume of breath in your cavity. And then exhale, squeeze everything out of you. Breathe. Slowly, slowly bring your top leg to the right, come all the way down to your belly. Child's pose. Breathe here, relax. And now notice your breath through your spine evenly, all the way. As if you're sending your breath to your hips. Any leftover tension in your shoulders or that sensation of heavy load, let it go. So we have one more pose, is a pigeon pose. So to go to pigeon pose, again, make sure that if you have a block or a pillow close by you, you can bring them in. I will say that before we go to the pigeon pose supine, some of you may have to go to a reclined pigeon pose on your back. And then all you're going to do is take your right, open your arms out, take your right ankle over the left knee. If you have a block, you could put the block under your left foot, and that will just intensify the pose a little bit, okay? Otherwise, you're all going to come to downward facing dog. And then bring your right foot, lift up your right leg, bring your right knee towards the right wrist, the knee, like that, yeah. And then look behind you, just make sure that your foot is aligned with your sitting bone. If your glute is off the floor, or if you have any knee issues, I recommend to put a pillow or a block under your right glute. And if you don't have any of those issues, then you can lengthen and then relax the top of your foot. You could put a pillow or two pillows right in front of you, or a block to come all the way down. Breathe. Again, find the edge. Don't go to 100. Let your body grow into the next level, and then you can adjust. Breathe here. And again, notice what these new pose that could be a different situation in your life, what is it telling you? What are you feeling? And how will you use your tools, your breath, your inner pillar of light, and your scanner to untangle the obstacles that arise? Breathe here. Now allow your breath to be your inner music. Even though there is a little soft music in the background, I want you to listen to your own natural music of your breath. Feel the rise of your breath and pause. And the descent of your exhalation and pause. Allow the muscles in your body as if you have lungs in your hips, and as if you have this huge aromatherapy oil in your hip joint or wherever else that you feel the sensations. Let the power come from the power of your breath and not your muscles. As I said, Yin Yoga is about letting go of the muscles, the activation, and putting tension into the joints in order to strengthen, break into that fascia, promote more blood flow. Some of the tissue over a period of time gets dry and stubborn and start to act like a bone. So the more you do this type of work, the more hydrated your joints are, and the better it will serve you as we get older. So I'll remind you again of your breath because it's so easy to forget, and I will remind you to turn the light on in your head. And then notice how your breath travels, the volume of your breath, and then there is the edge where you pause. And from that space, you're vacuuming all of the tension, the toxins out of your body. Breathe. And then again, there are times where you feel like this is it, I don't have the patience anymore. But you're stuck, you're right here, there's nowhere to go. Can you dig a little deeper within your patience and commitment? And before you know it, you're able to stay that little bit longer. And that's a good discipline because we grow in a place here, and some of us are very entitled and we take things for granted. And sometimes when we don't have the choice to take things for granted, we get lost. Slowly, slowly come out of it. That could be longer? Okay. We only have 1 hour, unfortunately, so I tried very much. Well, not too many people told me they could stay in pigeon for longer, so good for you, Donna.
That's a nice one.
Oh, nice. Okay, shake it off a little bit. Shake it off. Notice your right hip, notice your left hip. And if there's any leftover heaviness in your heart, exhale it out through your mouth. Let it go. So Darla and Diane are super humans and amazing athletes. So they don't have the opportunity to do a lot of this. So for them, it's really what you see, whatever struggles or not, this is all real. So I'm sure that they appreciate to take the time to just do that. It's very important, not just physical, but emotionally. Only when you take a pause, you realize how much you loaded on you. Okay, downward facing dog. And this time lift up your left leg, bend your knee, and bring your knee towards your wrist. Check behind you that your ankle is aligned with your knee and with your hip. If you need a block under your left glute, like I said, one knee could be better than the other, or if you have an injury in your knee, I recommend to put a block or a pillow folded in half under your left glute. And even though that's the same pose, it feels a different field trip on this side. Investigate. Notice how you have to maneuver your little fish with the headlights through this new path in your body. And we go through our checklist again because it's so easy to fall into our habits. So your breath, volume 6. And don't let your breath be forced. Start breathing from your chest and expanding your chest 3-dimensional. And naturally you feel the change in your belly's cavity. Notice if there are any muscles that you are holding on to. Try to soften. And everything I'm telling you is not something that happens immediately. It's like one switch and it's all done. This is a gradual awareness of, okay, I'm still resisting, but I'm breathing into that resistance, and I'm softening. I'm trying to loosen up some screws in my joints. I'm stroking my body with my inner aromatherapy. And if you had to be in this pose for 30 minutes, how will you tame your mind to make peace with that? That type of training allows you to be more resilient and more experienced to adapt to whatever the universe offers us. It's so easy to give up and to let go and say, I don't have to do that. And you can. However, when we get stuck in a situation that we have no control over, the people that have the discipline to do what we do here will respond differently than the ones that don't have the tools. So it's never too late. If this is your first yin practice, I truly invite you to do more and more work with yourself. Spend time on your own, even if it just starts with 30 seconds a day. And then if that 30 seconds went by fast, stay a little bit longer. And that's the only way to find your strength, your weaknesses, and to change tapas in your body, things that you can change, that are able through practice, dedication. So notice if your breath is volume 6. Notice if your body is lighter. Notice if your bones are floating within your skin and you can feel your breath flowing through your whole body. As you're doing another checklist, notice your shoulders. Open your mouth. Separate your teeth. Seal your lips gently. And now allow your breath as if you're showering your whole body. You can reach all the way to your foot. That's your vision. You can turn a light in any part of your body with your breath. Slowly, slowly. Bring your hands by your chest. This time swing, remove the block or the pillow behind you. Bring your weight to your left hip, swing your right leg in front of you. And then we're getting ready for our final pose, Shavasana. I usually put aromatherapy, so just imagine you have aromatherapy. And then find whatever comfortable way for you. If you want to put pillows or blocks under your knees, if you want to rest on the pillows with your back. Hold on to opposite elbows. And then walk your shoulders side to side, create space between your shoulder blades, and then allow your arms to just fall. Allow your legs to fall. Take a deep inhale through the nose, and a deep exhale through the mouth. And now take a moment to internalize all the beautiful work you were able to do today. Swallow once. Bring the tongues away from the roof of your mouth. And then notice your back body. Notice now the invitation to surrender into the earth. And then notice the back parts of your body, the heels touching the floor, or the heels, the back of your calves, your upper thigh, your hips, your back ribs, your shoulders, the back of your skull. And then from your third eye, envision that little magic star. And immediately as you associate and envision that star, there is an immediate sense of calmness, reassurance, serenity within you. And then as you gaze towards the tip of your nose, envision that little star traveling down your nose and your lips, the creases of your mouth, your jawline, your throat, your collarbones, your shoulders, your upper arms, your forearms, your hands, your fingers. And let your shoulders be heavy, heavy. If you get lost in your head, turn the light on in your head. Come back to your third eye. Follow your inner star and your breath. Let all the beautiful work you did sink into every cell in your body. Your right hand is your masculine side, offers you strength, rootness, confidence. Your left hand is your feminine side, offers you love, compassion, hope, and gratitude. And now we blend those two together to create a balance to our heart center in a prayer pose. Bring your hands together and feel that strong connection to your heart center, where your inner light is always shining within you and everybody else's light shines through you and within you. I encourage you to take a pause from time to time just to check in. If you feel anxious, ask yourself, why am I anxious? And just by asking, you feel that it's much easier and better. And more importantly, take a moment to be grateful. As bad as you think things are, how many things are we grateful for? Bend your knees. Bring your knees to your chest. Roll over to a fetus pose. And as I always finish with my practice and through my teachings, the most important thing is how can we link our mat time to our daily life. So I would really hope that you won't make this just a forgettable practice, but how can this help me in my daily life? Slowly come up to a comfortable seat. We bring our hands together. And then open your fingers, seal your palms together, then open the middle 3 fingers, and that's a lotus mudra. Bring it to your heart center. Represents purity and love. And the most beautiful thing about the lotus flower, that it grows from muddy water. So without the mud, there is no lotus flower. So remember that. And then the other side of this is, do you want to be the flower or the mud? You have that choice in your mind. Bring your palms together, bow your head to your heart. Namaste. Thank you so much for coming and being a part of this practice. Thank you. Please share that with friends. I think that everyone can benefit from that. Thank you to Diane and Darla. Beautiful, beautiful job. Very nice.
And we are grateful for her. Yes.
All right, wonderful job this morning for everybody. We want to thank you for joining us, and that we want you to pass this on to all your friends so that you can join in on all of our workouts that we do. A couple of things that we just want to go over is the rest of the week. You know, we work out 6 days a week. The only day we give you off is Saturday. Tomorrow's workout will be a boot camp style class with no equipment at all. It'll be all body weight stuff. And then one other thing is we had a few people ask about donating. I placed another post on to our Facebook Live and our Facebook post, our Fitness Partners Live and our Fitness Partners page for PayPal and also for Venmo. So if you guys want to do that, you can. You don't have to. We really are doing this so that we just bring people together and give you a chance to say hello to each other online. And so thanks for coming, and we will see you tomorrow.
And have a great